shalom. Shalom aleichem. Aleichem 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 shalom. Let's all of the words. Shalom aleichem. Shalom aleichem. Aleichem shalom. Shalom aleichem. Aleichem shalom. Shalom aleichem. Aleichem shalom. Shalom aleichem. Aleichem shalom. Just peace unto you, and peace unto you, and peace unto you. Make sure if you've been singing it, that you're at least saying it to the person also next to you, because it's not just a song; it's a greeting. As we welcome Shabbat, to let Shabbat in. We have a number of guests with us tonight. On the bima, Ari, a member of our congregation, who is going to be helping to lead services all night with us, with the cantor and myself. And he's doing that especially because we have Nifty Michigan here for we call this Falkala. Is that Falkala? All right. Welcome, Nifty Michigan. And over on the other side of the congregation, some students from the Unitarian Church. I was going to say. I knew that. 6th graders, am I right about that? Yes, every year you guys come, check it out. Welcome. Yeah, not everybody over there is in 6th grade. And it's true, but some of them we can probably tell. Don't worry. Even if you're not a 6th grade Unitarian over there, you're still welcome. And it looks like over there too, yeah. So Shabbat Shalom to everybody, and may we all find a little peace this Shabbat. So say it to each other and even sing it to each other. Shalom Aleichem. Aleichem shalom. Shalom aleichem. Aleichem shalom. And Shabbat shalom as well to anybody who is joining us in our live stream. We hope that you too have a peaceful Shabbat. We begin our service on page 138. Page 138. L'chadodi, as we welcome the Sabbath bride here with us tonight. And if you have a book that has 2 sets of page numbers in it, you are looking for the blue bracketed page number. Page 138, 139, we'll be singing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, and when we reach our 9th and final verse, we'll rise to face the entrance to our sanctuary as we welcome the Sabbath bride here tonight. We turn now in our prayer books to page 120, 121, turning back in our prayer books and inviting to our Bima the Schreiberg family in anticipation and celebration of a bat mitzvah tomorrow morning, bat mitzvah service.
May our worship Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. We look forward to having you back on the Bima tomorrow morning. We continue on page 144. Page 144, the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah B'yamad yiverach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayetecho bet Yisrael B'gala u'v'zman kariv Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'alam Olam Me'almaya Yitbarach Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yithalal Shemei D'Kudsha B'richu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Tamiran be'alma Ve'imiru Amen.
Our call to prayer, the Baruch Hu, can be found on page 146. Please rise if you're able. Please be seated. We continue reading together on the bottom of page 149. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. And continuing together on the bottom of 150. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days.
Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel.
Baruch
Atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema can be found on page 152, 153. Please rise if you're able.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated. Continuing on the next page.
Ve'ata et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha Hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'beitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha והיו לטוטפות בעיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, v'yot lachem le'Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem.
Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God. We continue reading together on the top of 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Our song of redemption, Micha Mocha, page 158.
Elim Adonai, mi kamocha
יפת אדוני תעקוב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. So we continue in our handouts with the Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Our weekly reminder on page 162. Make this day different. Keep it separate. Keep it holy. Keep it special. What will you do this Shabbat to make it different?
Shamru
b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת
השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
It's all kind of been warm up now for this. For the Amidah, the central prayer of this evening's service. Page 164, we begin, and we will chant out loud together through page 170. However, this prayer continues through page 180. So when we are done chanting out loud together, it is like a choose-your-own-adventure book. You can either continue in Hebrew, or you can continue in the English, or if neither of those words speak to you, close your books, take time for your own personal prayer, and when you're done with your prayer, if you have not already taken a seat, please have a seat so that we know we can continue together as one community. So again, beginning on page 164, out loud through 170, then silently, if you're going in the book, through 180, and then have a seat, please. But now, if you're able, please rise. 164.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha.
Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Ve'hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tolim Ve'konei Hakol Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot U'mevii Geula Livnei Bneihem Le'man Shemo Le'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayeh Otim Atah Rab Lehoshia Mashiach HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechayem Otim Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim U'Matir Asurim U'Mekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha B'Gevurot U'Midlo Melach Melech Memit U'Mechayeh U'Matzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh Amen. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh U'kedoshim b'chol yom yalelucha selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Shalom Rab Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tov Beinecha Levarech Et Amcha Yisrael Bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך Shalom Rab Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rab Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam Tasim
Seder Kriyat Torah, the service for the reading of Torah, can be found on page 364. Page 364. It is an honor to invite to our bima the president of our congregation, Kettle Friedman Doan. Please rise if you're able.
Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah. Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah. Udevar Adonai mirushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo Gadlul Adonai iti Uneromema Shemo Yachtav Lecha Adonai HaGedula VaGevura VaTiferet VaNetzach VaHod Ki Cho Bashamayim Uvaretz Ki Cho Bashamayim Uvaretz Lecha Adonai HaMamlacha V'yamid Naseh Lechol Erosh Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Ha'olam Omed Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Ha'olam Omed Al HaTorah Ve'al Avodah Ve'al Gemilut Chasadim Al HaTorah Ve'al Avodah Ve'al Gemilut Chasadim Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Ha'olam Omed Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Torah ve'al avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Please be seated. All right. Thank you, Kettle. Yeah, well done. So, we're at a big turning point in Torah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Isn't the whole thing a turning point?
Oh, gee.
really? Wait, are you the rabbi now making it?
I couldn't help it.
In the narrative. Where are you reading from?
The beginning of Joseph in Egypt.
So the turn sort of already happened, because where the cantor is going to pick up in Vayeshev, this is in this Torah portion, Joseph. It's actually a little confusing. There's probably two different narratives that are happening that got brought together. Whether he was. Well, it's not totally clear who he was sold to, one, and two.
Yeah, they name a few different people in the same breath.
They do, and if he was put in the pit or what. I mean, but the sort of classic, the narrative that you hear over and over again is the pit, and then sold to Midianites, I think, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Except I'm going to say Ishmaelites.
Yes. Yeah. So you get two different groups of people, but that's okay. We'll leave that for another time to try to figure out. But this is the moment, right, where the Israelites, the people who are becoming the Israelites, we should say, begin to really find themselves permanently, or at least for a few hundred years, down in Egypt, with Joseph heading down there first because of his brothers, and then the rest of the family coming a little bit later, some years later. Like probably 14 or 15 years later or so, because of the famines, the 7 years of plenty and then the seven years of famine, and so they come at some point during that famine, and then the rest is history, as they say, I guess. So see, that's so the cantor is going to be chanting from Genesis 39 verses 1 through 5, and that should be in your handout.
Yes.
If you'd like to follow along. And I believe we're calling up our.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a surprise, Nifty. You guys get to come up for the Aliyah all together.
Participants and advisors.
So, Yamdu, Nifty, Michigan.
Aliyah.
We have big sheets for you. It's gonna be fine.
We only have 2 out, but you can share. Become friends. Baruch Adonai Havarach Leolam Va'ed. Amen. V'yosef hurad mitzrayma v'yignei Potiphar, Seris Paro, Sar Hatabachim, Ish Mitzri, Miyad HaYishmaelim, Asher Horidu Shama, Vayehi Adonai et Yosef, Vayehi Ish Matzliach, Vayehi Bevet Adonav Hamitzri, Vayar Adonav Ki Adonai ito, Vechol Asher Hu Oseh, Adonai Matzliach Biado. Vayimtza Yosef chen beinav vayasharet oto vayifkedehu al beito v'chol yesh lo natan beyado.
Okay, so Nifty Michigan, you guys are the pioneers of a new Nifty Michigan, and that is an awesome responsibility and challenge, and certainly as a rabbi who wants to continue to see Nifty Michigan grow and become even better than it once was, I look forward to partnering with you as we continue along this journey together. And for those of you that are seniors, v'chatzlacha, good luck as you move on to new areas of fun and exciting things in the years to come. But those of you who are here for a few years, we got some work to do. So looking forward to doing it with you. Shabbat shalom and yasher koach to you guys. Thank you for coming up for the Aliyah. Thank you. Shabbat shalom. Page 371. We take a few moments and think of the friends and family, our loved ones who are in need of healing. Whether it is healing of body or spirit or mind, we pray for a full and speedy healing. We are particularly mindful of Joanna Mabry, Charlotte Persky, Debbie Pissarak, Joanne Blumberg, Erica Arnold, Marilyn Jeffs, Valentina Wolfson, Sally Rose Campbell, Hillary Handwerger, David Bloom, Judy Eisenberg, Milton Child, Jake Waxman, Bridget Ford, Roxanne Pawandra, Joel Berger, Mel Friedman, Jeffrey Gersh, Margaret Leslie, Karen Simon, Andrew Pervers, Betsy Mark, Steve Gill, Stacy Young, Alana Weissman, Paul Vanek, Karen Lindenberg, Reuven Levine, Jack Jr. Roper, as well as Andrea Gersh. If there are other names to be added to our list for healing, please do so as my eyes meet yours. page 371. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to come over here. I'm sorry about that. Mark, will you join us for Hagbah? Please rise if you're able as our Torah is lifted and dressed.
V'zot Torah she'sa Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Etz chaim hi lemachazik ima v'tomcheha me'ushar deracheha darchei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom shalom. Hashirenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva chadesh yameinu kekeden.
Please be seated. I was in my last year of rabbinical school when I heard the two phrases, the world as it is and the world as it should be, juxtaposed with each other. That final year of school, I had a community organizing internship, and community organizers love this idea. The world as it is and the world as it should be. They love the idea because They believe they are working for a world as it should be, but fully cognizant of the world as it is. It is a juxtaposition that is meant to keep us sober, keep us focused, keep us engaged. Yes, we see the world as it is, and we will work under those constraints, but we are working for a world as it should be, a world that doesn't yet exist, or a world that only exists in our minds, in our dreams. The next time I heard the use of these phrases was when Barack Obama became our president. Obama was versed in the language of the community organizer because he was a community organizer in Chicago before he was a lawyer and a politician. He understood that he had to live in the world as it is and work for a world as it should be. As president, Obama spent most of his time talking about the way the world is. I think he didn't want anyone to think that his hope was a naive dream, that his head was just in the clouds and unable to see reality right in front of him. The irony of Obama's non-campaigning message was that he was, in some ways, the embodiment of making the world into what it should be. But it was not his political point of view that embodied this necessarily. It was the color of his skin. For 8 years, this country was a little closer to creating a world as it should be. A world where a black man in a country with a profoundly racist past and present could be elected to the highest office in the land, and as they say, become the most powerful person in the world. Every time I think about this fact, especially today when hate, it seems, constantly swirls around us, I'm shaken from my despair. A black man as the President of the United States of America is proof that we can be better and that we can get back to being better. We tasted the dream. We've drunk from the goblet of hope. We've taken steps towards healing. That being said, I didn't love everything the Obama presidency was about. There were policies I disagreed with, compromises made too easily, the world as it is creeping in a little too much. The candidate Obama bet on hope to win elections, but President Obama never doubled down on hope while in office. For me, this inability to hold the dream of hope in hand, except it seems at election time, is one of the failings of our last president. We are seeing today, in the politics alive in our country, the antithesis of hope. We are seeing fear drive our country. Even among those of us who are working to combat this tyranny of fear, even we are working from fear. Fear that things will get worse before they get better. Fear that everything suggested in a tweet might actually come true. Fear that irreconcilable damage has been done to our country. We are all living in the shadow of fear, and it is a time to return to hope. Hope is light. Hope is expansive. Hope is metaphysical. Hope is a dream of the possibility of what could be, an imagining of what has yet to be done. While the politics of fear may be demanding our attention, its ultimate goal is to drive out hope, to dampen the dreamers. This week's Torah portion, Vayeshev, is all about dreams. Joseph's dreams. And it is about the fear that his brothers feed themselves that cause them to act violently. For dreams make fear tremble. The brothers are out tending the flocks, and Joseph goes in search of them to deliver a message from his father. In Genesis 37, verses 18 through 20, we read, "They saw him from afar, and before he came close to them, they conspired to kill him. They said to one another, 'Here comes that dreamer. Come now, let's kill him and throw him into the pit.'" When we dream big enough, when we are willing to embrace the possibilities of a different tomorrow, when we are able to shout our dreams from the rooftop, we become more. Joseph was not Joseph anymore. Like his father, he receives a new name. He is just Hacholamot, the dreamer. His brothers couldn't even let the dream approach. Fear stops his brothers from even coming close to the dream, from feeling the warmth that a dream brings. When we dream big enough and when we act upon those dreams, we can personify those dreams. And it is in these moments that the equilibrium of the world begins to shift. When Joseph was no longer Joseph anymore, but just dreamer, the history of the Jewish people quickens. The history of the world takes shape. The great story of slavery and redemption, maybe the defining story of humanity, begins. Dreams provoke violence because they cannot be controlled, because they accost their current order, because they shift power. To dream is to risk it all and not look back. To dream is to live knowing that naivete is to be embraced, that 100 no's can never equal one yes, that a gulp of freedom's air is worth pain, is worth suffering, is worth fighting against fear. Our Jewish dreaming didn't even start with Joseph. It started with his father, Jacob, as he lay his head on a rock and dreamt a ladder to God. And since that moment, we have been dreamers. We dreamt of freedom from Pharaoh's servitude. For 2,000 years, we dreamt of return to the land of Israel, and at the same time, we dreamt of full embrace in the lands in which we lived. Our dreams have meant our survival. And as Theodore Herzl said, if you will it, it is no dream. That is, if you become the dreamer, the dream will become the reality. We live in a broken world, a world as it is. But we dream of a world made whole. That has been the Jewish oath for thousands of years. Fear tries to diminish us. It tries to shoot us down. It tries to silence our dreams. But we must never let it in. We must never let it take hold. For when it does, that will be the death of Judaism, and that will be the death of the world. It's time to start dreaming again, speaking our dreams, and becoming our dreams. That is how we defeat fear. That is how we defeat evil. Shabbat Shalom. We continue on page 586 at the bottom with Aleinu. Please rise if you're able.
Aleinu l'shabeach Adon hakol, לתת תרומה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשינו כגרי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page 591. ונאמר והיה אדוני ומלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled, it burns, it glows, it is radiant with warmth and beauty, but soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance and our life burns down in gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen, yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory, slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. We are in the first 30 days of mourning, the period of Shloshim for Paulina Motova, Martha Kimball, Leonard Stappen, Herbert Solomon, Jeanette Miller, and Jacqueline Benson. Our yard sites this week are for Andrea Avere, Celia Bornstein, Charles Bromberg, Max Casper, Ilsa Frankel, Ellie Friend, Sarah Gins, Frank Goldberg, Jean Goodman, Dallas Hatch, Isabella Candice Brett, Louis Katz, Stanley Kazanow, Dan Kerr, Kathy Konoski, Bernice Laba, Regina Levy, Naomi Levy, Paulina Michaels, Harry Minkoff, Amot Smorag, Harry Rice, Myra Robbins, Aaron Ross, Mark Roth, Kate Savishinsky, Rose Sherrick, Erwin Silverman, Hilda Schlossberg, Menja Tomas, Samuel Tamarkin, Felicia Weiss, Peter Wolf, Ruth Young, S.J. Eldon, Minnie Gross, Catherine Meyerstein, Emma Bernstein, and Joan Sloss. If there are other names to add to our list for mourning, please do so as my eyes meet yours. For all of those mentioned, for all of those who go unmentioned, and for all of those who have no one to say Kaddish, for them we rise, page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, be'almad yivarach chirutei ve'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'yizman kariv v'yemru amen. Yehei Shemei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam Olamei Almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yit'aleh V'yithalal Shemei D'Kudesha B'richu Ve'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Damiran De'alma V'yimru Amen. Yehei Shalama Rabba Min Shemaya
V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom miromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al
kol Yisrael
v'imru amen.
Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Please be seated. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be forever a blessing.
Amen.
And we invite back to our bima our president of the congregation, Kettle Friedman Doan, for brief announcements and words of welcome.
I'd like to welcome everyone, a warm welcome from the board, the Temple Board of Trustees, to guests here tonight, to our congregation, the UU. Welcome to our visitors, and to the Schreiberg family. Thank you for sharing this mitzvah with us. A good simcha tomorrow. Mazel tov to you. To the Nifty Michigan group, it's good to see that Nifty is going to be rejuvenated here. I have wonderful memories of my own involvement in Nifty many, many years ago. Lots of singing, lots of dancing, lots of loves lost and gained from those collahs.
Keep talking, Cal. Tell us more.
No. You are all welcome to attend our oneg after the service, and it's being sponsored by the Schreiberg family, as well as Trina Fuller and Ed and Ellie Davidson. Of course, thank you to our clergy. Wonderful service, always inspiring music and thoughts. And I just direct you to the back of your bulletin. It's Hanukkah coming up. So, but before that, tomorrow night, we have two wonderful events. First of all, Charles Mokatav, who's a guitar player, more than that, he's going to be having a concert, which is actually a fundraiser for the women of TBE, and that starts at 7:30. So come and join us. And if that's not your thing, then there's Euchre Night. We have thought about challenging Artie to Euchre Night, but we got to get better at it. There's not a lot of great Euchre players in the group yet. So, but when we get good, we're going to have a Euchre throwdown with Artie. So we've talked about it. And then starts Hanukkah. There's a nice celebration at our membership VP's home on Sunday, December 2nd. The Brotherhood Latka dinner is next week, Friday, so buy your tickets. Come at 6. There's a Hanukkah party on December 8th, and and so the fun continues as the lights continue throughout the month. Have a wonderful Shabbat. Have a happy Hanukkah. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. And a big thank you to Ari, too, for his musical additions.
Yes, thank you, Ari. Awesome.
So, we got Kiddush and Motzi. There are a lot of young people here.
There are. I mean, especially we have Sarah and probably a whole bunch of family and friends who came to be with you today who are kind of in your age range.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Come on, come join us, Sarah. Bring them up with you. Bring them up. Bring your brother. Bring your brother.
Sister, and
Molly, you come up. Molly.
Come up, all friends, and anyone who's shorter than me or taller than me. But younger than me is welcome to come on up. Actually, a lot younger than me.
Here, why don't you hold the
Hey guys,
juice.
come on up.
Yeah. It's okay, we don't bite.
Molly.
She says no.
No.
I've already... No? Okay. So, at the very beginning of everything, when God created the heaven and the earth, God made a separation between the sea above and the sea below. And God planted plants on the earth and put the sun and the moon and the stars in the sea above. And then God put the fish and the sea monsters in the sea below and the flying creatures in the sea above. And then God created all the creepy crawly things to crawl all over the earth. And then finally created us human beings. And at the end of the sixth day said to us, now it's time to rest.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei veri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hivlilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila v'mikra'ei kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim ki banu v'chata v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava uvratzon hinchatanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat lechaim.
Grape juice.
It's grape juice, I promise.
Well, maybe we won't share, though. Unless with your brother, I don't know. But okay. All right.
All right.
He said no.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon.
Okay. Good work. Good work. Are you going to join us for Oseh Shalom? Yeah? Come on. Enjoy. All right. Thank you guys very much for joining us up here. And we will conclude our service. A prayer for peace. Oseh Shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. It's actually the last three lines on page 598, the prayer we just said. Just with the addition of ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. That's not in there, so watch out for that.
Oseh Shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Oseh Shalom b'romav, Oseh Shalom b'romav, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen.
Please remember to take your Siddurim with you, your prayer books, as you exit the sanctuary. We'll see you in our social hall. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm sorry?
Why didn't you want to come up here?
Yeah, right?
Why didn't you want to come up here? Very good. Mark, you did just spectacular.
He said,